Yo, Geyser, man. This is Geyser Outlet, man. I got somebody very special outside on the porch today, man. I don't know if this is even before the come up type shit. I think bro already almost there though, but got my dog Nate, man. What's going on, big dog? Real Z, man. So
Sure.
Nate, man, we just gonna start from the beginning, bro. So how'd you start off with podcasting? What do you consider yourself?
I'm a podcaster journalist. I don't know if that's a thing. But Nathan Lindo, what we're all thinking podcast, stories behind the craft. I'm still on a come up, I would say. I got a lot more work to do. How I started, I was going through a depressing time in my life, and I was trying to figure out ways to make myself different and kind of like change the demographic, because I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to meet my favorite like rappers and favorite people in this world, and I was like, how can I connect with those people? So I went to Tallahassee, visited some friends, got stuck in a hotel, and I was like locking in, trying to write down like what can I do, and I was like, people always made the joke, say I look like Steve Harvey and shit like that. So I was like, shit, I might as well just come on my own TV show.
I don't see that though, but I don't see that one. But
yeah, so I came on my own little TV show, and it just took off from there. And then my homeboy, I hit my homeboy up on the way because it was a 3-hour ride. So I hit my homeboy up on the way. I was like, bro, come to my house. I'm finna record like on my phone. We're gonna do a little podcast, talk about sports, talk about different shit, and let's do it. So I recorded it. I don't know if I still got to record. Every time somebody asks me, I always like wonder if I still got to record. I gotta check. But I used to I recorded, and my stepdad, I was showing my stepdad, I was like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna start for the new year. I'm gonna start this, I'm gonna do this. He like, this shit ugly as fuck, bro. I got a studio you can go to and you can lock in. I was like, all right, bet. So I locked in with the studio, started recording, and it took off from there, because I was telling all my rapper friends, all my influencer friends, all my NFL friends, like, hey, I got this going on, like, y'all come support me. And them boys came through. Some of them did, some of them didn't, but
right.
You know, it's all love.
But so you started off with a studio, like off the rip?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's high class though.
I got blessed. I ain't gonna lie.
Fortunately, we didn't get to pull up to the studio, but I'm gonna get that next time whenever you free again. Definitely gotta do like a second one type shit though, no cap
Sure.
though. But Nate though, I gotta ask you though, but like, so like you consider yourself a podcaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
So going through the motions now, like, so you always had a studio, like, so you always so it started off as like kind of like some Stephen A. like almost like, but like kind of like podcasting sports in a way. Not about like local topics, nothing like that.
I would say it started off because my first ever podcast that I dropped was E.G. Mikey. E.G. Mikey was somebody that I knew since I was a jit. Free him. He locked up right now.
That's 438?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
light skin, bro?
Yeah.
I know you mean, yeah.
So it was somebody I grew up with. Him and my brother was very close. They still close to this day. And he would have viral moments. Like he was the first one to work with Cheeseburger. He was cool with Glock. He was cool with Hot. He was cool with Pootie. He was cool with all them guys. He did music with all of them. Mm-hmm. And that was somebody I thought that would be great for what I was trying to do.
Right.
Trying to start off with. So yeah, that was something that I was blessed with. Having a studio somewhere I can go and record, and you don't have to go anywhere and just do my thing.
Have your own location. I like it. Yes, sir. But I was gonna ask you like, but where you from though exactly? I know from Orlando, right?
I'm from Orlando. I was born and raised in the Texas Ave area. That's where I'm originally from. First apartment was Buchanan Bay. So I'm a real Texas Ave baby. I'm not really a street type of guy. I'm more of a humble, clean cut guy, I would say.
And I've seen that. I feel like at first you was a little more like, with your content, I feel like at first you was a little more like slightly hood with that bit. But it look like you stepping aside from that right now, and you trying to it look like you stepping aside from like the kind of the hood shit and kind of getting more serious. I see less cursing. I see, depending on who you interviewing though.
I try to just go with the flow, because I feel like I could fit in with any crowd. I could fit in with the street guys. I could fit in with the corporate guys. I could feel like I could fit in with a lot of different people. As far as with my content. So it like you said, it all depends on who I'm interviewing, what they're talking about. Because Shannon Sharp was somebody that I started looking into a lot more, especially after the Cat Williams interview. And it depends who he's interviewing. He goes to that realm with that person. He gets to that level with that person. So I feel like I could do the same thing.
I definitely agree with Shannon Sharp is definitely somebody to watch. I fuck with Shannon Sharp. You know, Stephen A. I watch all them boys, you know what I'm saying? They all got a little character to them, but definitely Shannon Sharp because the interview he has now are, I don't know if he do have notes, he do his research, but now he definitely is somebody to look into. Shannon Sharp, bro.
Definitely.
But I was gonna say, shit, with this, so how I first seen you, right? I seen you, it was a SOB event. Explain SOB.
SOB is a platform that I created for local underground artists. Because, like I said, when I first started anything with content, podcast, SOB, I feel like I was blessed. I feel like everything was kind of given to me in a way. Like God was
hand
just,
in hand.
yeah, God was just blessing me because I was interviewing dope ass artists. I loved their music. I was like, how about I create my own little talent show?
Right.
Like all these ideas was just flowing in my mind, and I was just like, damn. All right, bet. Let me go ahead and lock in with them boys. And then I just started hitting up these artists, hitting up these people. SOB was also a gift and a curse because now I'm in a lane where it's like I'm surrounded by all these people. Mm-hmm. And it's like I was telling my mom, like, it's weird that people want my opinion on things, want to be around me 24/7. Like, I love it because I was never the cool kid in school. I just knew all the cool people.
Right.
So it was just like, once I created SOB, it was like, all right, I'm here. And then the turnouts we got from the first one, it's like, where does this nigga come from? And he do podcasts. How he get all, like...
I was going to say, this shit happened kind of fast,
yeah,
bro.
like, it's just like, how he get... Because I had a little mishap. I'm going to give you a little story time. I love doing story times because it gives you a picture of what's going on. So my first SOB, the people, I paid for the venue, and people was like, hey, here's the venue, figure everything out. So I had a big canvas. I had to figure out how to turn on the lights, how to turn on the AC, how to turn on everything. Mind you, I was supposed to start at 8 o'clock. Bro, I locked the door because I'm like, bro, I can't let people in. The lights no work, the DJ ain't here, nothing. So I'm climbing over shit to turn on the AC. I'm climbing over shit to turn on the lights. I'm contacting people, hey, I need help turning on these lights. If I don't turn the lights, the show ain't going to be what it is. So my mom called me. She's like, hey, you got about 150 people out here. I said, what? 150 people? So I peeked my head out the door. Bro, the parking lot is filled.
Jeez.
Groups and groups of people. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
My very first.
My very first one. And then my cousin called me and said, hey, bro, I fuck with you, but I'm finna go. There's too many people here for me.
What?
I shout out my cousin. So I'm like, damn. All right, so I finally get everything situated. We get everybody in the door. That bed is sideways. Like, that bed packed. And I don't realize until, like, my last artist get on, which is Pharaoh, and then everybody just turning up, everybody going crazy. It was just a crazy experience.
So it's not a label, though?
No, it's not a label. It's not a label. I don't consider myself a label. I got artists that I really vibe with heavy, but no, it's just a crazy-ass, lit-ass show.
So they kind of come in and had it like a little cypher, right?
No, it's like Rolling Loud. That's how I would compare it to. That's what we're gonna get to eventually. But it's like a Rolling Loud. It's like 10 to 15 artists get on the stage and pop their shit.
Right. So the SOB event, it was crazy. We wasn't expecting that at all.
No.
What made it really expand that way?
I don't know. It just was something different. Like, niggas was tired of going downtown. Niggas was tired of how the promoters were treating them. And then I just gave them a breath of fresh air. We did content for them. They got to do content. They got to really, like, become something that they really, truly be. Because, like I said, I know how hard it is to do content. I know how much it costs for you to go to the studio, shoot music videos to these songs and all that stuff. I really empathize with the artists for real. So it just made it more easy for me to give them something. Hey, you ain't got to pay for nothing. You just got to come and do your shit. So really I put in, not just me, but I really put in the groundwork for these artists to do what they need to do.
Right. Try
to get them some names in the building and genuinely vibe with them boys for real.
Any particular names you want to point out? Or
it's a lot of names that came, but, you know, a lot of those people, we ain't seeing eye to eye right now. So shout out to them because they really helped me out in the beginning. But, you know, I'm going to put it like this. As you grow in the business of content creation or whatever you're going through, you're going to meet some people. And sometimes those people will be your biggest fans in the beginning. And then they turn out to, you know, you grow apart.
Right.
Like I said, I got forever love for those people, and you know they might see it as a difference, but in my actuality, it's just grow apart, start growing, start seeing new things.
So no artist in particular though. Okay, keeping it like that. Okay, cause I don't know those. I don't know which artist in particular though, but I gotta ask you this though. But what made you ask this particular question at the at the event? Do you have a feel? You know what I'm about to say, bro?
No,
What question you asked?
I don't know. I'm
Man.
blind right now.
So with this, bro, so at the event, right? I don't know if it's valid or not to ask it though, but like you ask somebody out. I don't know who you asked. You asked somebody at oh, what's your favorite sex position at the event?
I did.
No cap, bro. You like, what's your favorite? I don't know if you was drunk. I don't know what was going on.
Was that me? That probably wasn't me.
That was you, bro. You had a little stomach at that time, bro. Just a little bit. You got a little thinner now, though, but
damn. I probably was just trying to see what it was on for real. I don't know. I gotta go back and see that shit. That probably was in my deck of cards, the questions I wanted to ask, just to see what vibe they was on. Cause I didn't really like asking those questions, cause I feel like what you do behind closed doors, that's your business. But I wanted to see, I wanted to try that out, cause growing up, we used to see them YouTubers used to go on the beach and ask them hoes, hey, what's your favorite sex position? How many bodies you got? I was on that type of vibe at that point, so that's probably what I was on. But I gotta definitely go tap in and see what you're talking about.
It's definitely, I think it's like over a year, maybe two, probably by this time. I know Dage was there. I know Draco was there. I just knew those were only two artists I knew beforehand, before the event. So I knew they was there.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I remember now. So it was clips I was doing. So that's part of the content,
right?
You know what I'm saying, to get people to tap in, because they're like, okay, they didn't go to the first one. This was the second SOB. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I asked that shit.
You see, looking back now, because your questions are way different now. That's what I was saying about earlier, about being a little more hood, man. But now you're chilling it up more, a little more professional now, I see.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there, because I'm trying to go more corporate. Like, you can't ask, different people those type of questions, like when you deal with the lawyers and the councilman. You can't ask them what their favorite sexual position is. You got to be more so on some, business shit for real.
But nah,
yeah, damn, bro. That was almost 2 years ago. It's about
almost 2 years ago
since that content dropped. Yeah, that was crazy.
So how far deep you was in? It was in a year. How long you been really deep into it now?
What podcasting it's about to be 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah,
so you've been working. Years. You've been working
since 2021. And then with that was about a year, about 2 years ago since I dropped that. Cause I had a low cut. I was a little bit more heavier. Yeah.
That was the Nate I first seen, bro. Yeah. That was the very first Nate I was watching at first, bro.
Damn, I drop a lot of content, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I seen that, bro. I'm like, damn, he's gonna blow up. I already seen where he was going, bro, because it happened so fast. Like, it's gonna happen though. But is it fair to say that your podcast locally, Orlando wise, is the top podcast right now?
Yeah. And I'm saying this as humble as I can. Because once you start getting to a certain level, people want to be humble, and I'm the most humblest person you could probably think of in this content space in Orlando. But I feel like here, I've done what I needed to do. I missed a couple of people, but
But they're not really Orlando artists, I guess.
They are Orlando artists. There was a couple of names I was supposed to bid.
Did you do Wiz Having yet?
No.
I think Wiz, Lil Wet.
But Wiz Having is not an Orlando artist.
Yes, I'm saying, right?
But I'm saying as far as the Orlando scene, I've done touched, or I've done communicated, or I've done tapped in with, that was supposed to come to the platform that didn't come for whatever reason, whether it's money or the time frame or just didn't make that connection. And it'll always come back full circle, because there's a lot of artists that I've talked to, that I've done podcasts with, that I waited 5 years, 3-4 years, 2 years to tap in with. They didn't come right away. So I always feel like it's always that time where it's like, I can give you those names. So like Dave from the Grave, Pootie, Spooks. We talked about it on the interview. He's like, bro, you've been waiting 3 years for this shit, 2 years for this shit. Nuke Gotti, Kick One. Those are some of the big names in the city that I done sat next to, or I've been waiting for those interviews. that I've been waiting for those interviews, and it happened. So it's just like, it's all about patience, or you got to get to a certain plateau for you to get to those people that you want to get to for real.
Right. So there was a lot of names you just named. New Gotti, TMG Spook. I see him kind of falling off the rap. Not falling off the rap. I see he don't really rap anymore. He's more like an influencer, content creator type shit.
Yeah.
You fell out with all of them? Or
No, I ain't fall out with none of them. No, everybody that I named, pretty good, still good relationships. Just like people say, like people. One thing I could say about those connections is your network is your network. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I got in tune with those people. Either I knew them for a long time. Like I said, I was blessed, bro. Like, even with the interview I did with Kirby Joseph before he got drafted to the Lions, I interviewed him before he got drafted.
Was that just off your connection in the
city?
Yeah,
off my connections, because I went to Jones with him, and I played football with him. So that was somebody that hit me up, was like, hey, I'm about to go up. You want to get this in before I slide? And I was like, hell yeah, I called out of work and everything just to get it done. That's how serious I was about my content. So, like, you know, just building those connections, being a good overall person. Like, for the instance, with the Pootie interview, I interviewed C-Note. I don't know if you know who C-Note is.
Yeah, I know C-Note.
C-Note was somebody that's very close with Pootie, got songs with him, be around him 24/7. And he seen I did Spook interview, went crazy, went viral. Everybody was posting it.
C-Note did pretty viral too,
yeah.
Right?
So C-Note, that was one of my clips that went viral. Right. Like, I was getting, bro, that's when I really noticed, like, okay, this is actually working. Because when I posted the clip just kept numbers. It went from 2,000, like, I wasn't getting 5,000 views off rip, but that video, 5,000 today, 10,000 yesterday, then boom, 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 boom. Now it's at like 100K and some change.
Yeah, I think it's at like I think it's on high, almost 200,000.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And it just kept going up. And I'm like, yo, I sent him the reel. I'm like, bruh. And like, I got people that control the What We're All Thinking podcast page on Instagram. And they like, but my phone is ringing every day, because my first viral clip was Nia Dene. Nia Dene was another person that, her clip, I posted it, it just gold up. And then, you know, of course, when I posted Pootie, it just kept going up. So, I don't know, it's just about just being a good, well-rounded person, staying connected, constantly being in people's face. Because I post like 15 clips per episode. So if I do an episode with you, I'm going to post like 10 to 15. So I'm going to catch you in the afternoon. I'm going to catch you at night. I'm going to catch you overnight. I'm going to catch you in the morning. Probably when you on break eating, because everybody's on Instagram or TikTok. So it's like, I'm going to catch you eventually. You're going to see me, whether you like it or not. Or if anything, I post me a little blog post, paid a little $30. You're going to see me, bro, whether you like it or not.
That's hella smart, bro. Yeah. I thought you had to post I thought it just had to be like good quality. And you just put it out like this maybe once or twice, maybe like remind them like weeks later or whatever the case is. Man, I didn't think about posting like multiple different clips of the same thing, or the same interview.
My thing is, I learned this from my dog. Shout out to B More, X-Line Denim. She always used to tell me, nobody cares how many times you post that shit on your story. You can post a link 1,000 times, bro. Niggas not gonna click that bit. You gotta post clips of shit that people gonna tap in, like, oh shit. Spook talk about he got shot and he's showing it. Let me go watch that bit. Or you gotta do your homework like I did it, bro. It's like nights I stayed up late, or early mornings I get up. I ain't even brush my teeth in the morning, bro. I'm on YouTube researching what I need to do, how I need to do this. Paying for classes, paying for ebooks, shit like that, just to get to where I'm going, because this is something that's stuck. No matter how long I take a break, people be like, that's the nigga with the podcast.
Right.
So it's like, I gotta keep it going. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it pushing. It's just knowing your peoples and knowing what people want to see. And that's just how I had to do it, because at first I was more like saying like this, looking at the person's face and trying to do certain stuff that I wasn't prone to. But once I got a little dirty and started doing the dirty work and not caring how people felt about my content, it became more easier.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't care about it though. You can't care about what you think. You just gotta drop what you feel like is gonna get hit.
For sure.
But the thing is with that is, going back to the viral clip. What was C-Note? It was about
C-Note
you gotta come through Orlando.
Come through Orlando.
So he's saying at that time he was saying like Orlando was still hot, like it wasn't no drought that time.
Yeah, so people feel like at that point in time where I was at with the content, it was pushing that is a city in a drought, because a couple of people saying Orlando was slow,
Right.
and I didn't feel like that, especially what I was doing with the SOB artists. I felt like we had some great quality music. It just they didn't have a fan base or enough people wasn't tapping into that music, because I could play 100 songs from these SOB artists and you gonna bob your head to at least 50% of them songs. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on what vibe you in. So that's what I'm saying. Like the city wasn't a drop, but I was pushing that narrative because that was hitting. Normally I stir away from it, but I was just like, I'm gonna stand in front of it. I'm gonna stand on business behind it, because it's like we got the new Gottis, we got the Pharaoh the Grace, we got the BTGs, we got the B-Ross, we got the Dracos, we got the Dejas, we got the Nia Danaes, we got the 5-2s. We got a lot of great artists. We got Lamar Jackson. We got a lot of fire artists. It's just they don't have the fan base of the bigger artists. Right. So it's just like, in my perspective, how I looked at it was like, give these people a chance. I'm gonna put them on the platform, give them a chance. Let's see what they could do. Let's push the button on them. And I feel like instead of a lot of people talking about the problems, they wasn't being solution based behind it. They was just like, well, this is what's going on. They got to figure it out. They wasn't giving them the roadmap of how to do this, like, or how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's how I felt when I came in the game with my content. Nobody sat there and sat down with me and was like, hey, this is what you need to do. This is how you do it. No. I sat back and did my own research where I was fucking up and why I wasn't getting 100 views per video or why I wasn't getting that. Because I honestly knew when I first came in, it was like, I know I'm not going to get millions and thousands of views on my shit because it's a podcast. Nobody's gonna sit there and watch it off rip. I'm new. Nobody even knows who I am. Right. Some people didn't even think I was from Orlando when they first met me. They like, I just popped up on the scene, started recording. How you got this person? How you got that person? I've been behind the scenes with this shit for so long. So it's like, now it's like, okay, I'm here.
That's a perfect lane to be in, bro. Cause that was my impression. I'm like, who is Nate? Like, I didn't know who Nate was at that time. You know what I'm saying? That first clip I seen. But speaking on Orlando though, but like, so how you think it is now? That was a couple months ago. I mean, how do you think it is now? I mean, it's kind of steady, right?
I mean, Hot Boy out now. Hot Boy out of jail, so he's Orlando. He's the best artist from the city, in my opinion. Like, he can sing, he can rap. And you know, just like I always scream, the niggas I fuck with, the females I fuck with, they all are here, and they're doing their thing for sure, and they know who they is. I ain't finna keep saying their names. Everybody already know who I like. But I'm gonna give a special shout out to Larger Cartel, Global Mick, Pharaoh the Great, BTG, ABC, BBE. All of them are doing their thing. It's just a matter of time. It's all about patience. Right. That's what I'm learning in this process as well.
So speaking on, I wanted to ask you about I was trying to get into about my bad. I'm kind of fumbling with this. I'm trying to see how I should go about it.
Ask it, man.
Man, I mean, but people. I will go with this. People are actually tuning in, like the industry people, because when I say by industry people, like the higher ups, the legends and stuff like that, they tune in low key because. What's your thoughts on the this ain't normal, and did you peep what New Gotti was saying about that?
I mean, yeah. I didn't really pay too much attention to it, because stuff like that happens all the time in the game. I was. It's crazy you talking about that type of stuff, because I was literally in the West Oaks Mall yesterday. I had a crazy mind. I be thinking about a lot of shit. My mind be running, and I was just like, bro, like. Everything is copycat, really. Right. Everything. If you're not, it's no way to be original anymore unless you be yourself for real. Because everybody's wearing the same hats. Everybody wearing the same clothes. Everybody wearing the same thing. Everybody trying to start this. Everybody trying to start that. So it's no way to be original. You got to find a way to kind of be yourself, but not only be yourself, but just understand that somewhere along the line, people are watching, people are moving around, people are doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So what the thing is like, so what's your favorite interview artist you've done so far? What's your favorite artist you've done?
I don't have a favorite. It's always the next one. Because there's so many people. That's why I say podcast is like one of the best things to do, because you learn something new from everybody that you interview. Even if they're a person that's not of status, they still got a story to tell. That's why I changed my shit to what were I thinking podcast stories behind the craft, because I want to know what you did before you got to the point that you're at.
Right, you want to dissect that?
Yeah, I want to dissect your whole life, because when I was growing up, I don't know if you ever watched a show called Behind the Music, because I'm a documentary type of person, so I want to know what you was doing before you was younger, what you got into, how you did this, how you became a part of that, and that was something that I really enjoyed. Just hearing people's stories. Even when I go out of town and I meet new people, I'm like, what you did before this, or what you got going on? Like, I'm constantly being a journalist over and over and over. And, you know, I enjoy what I do for real.
Right.
It just, sometimes it be mental.
It is a lot of mental.
It's a lot of mental, yeah, for sure.
There's a lot that goes in, a lot of creative thinking. I was gonna ask you, besides your podcast, is there any podcast or media platform you would say that's you would fuck with, that's like you would rely on? They got good content.
Man, so many. I Am Athlete. Shannon Sharp, of course. Stephen A. Smith. Drink Champs was the first that really inspired me to really get my shit going. Drink Champs. I like what you're doing. Who Am I with T. Murray? Intervision always keeps me in the loop, even when I'm not in the loop.
That's true. Shout out Intervision.
I watch a bunch of like content creators for real.
Right.
Like Duty. It's a bunch of them I watch. I watch a lot of shit that keep me in the loop, because
Duty from OTF Duty?
No, it's a dude. He's light skinned. He does everything in his room. He records. He talks about all the underground. Like, he talks about the Destroy Lonely's, the Ken Carsons, the fat nigga that had the oxygen tank sitting on stage. Dave Blunts. Yeah, he talks about like a lot of different stuff, and that keeps me in the loop about what's going on. Cause I'm finna start going more that route as well. Talking about news that's going on, the beefs, the triumphs, everything. I'm gonna get more into my journalist bag this year coming up.
So more like a DJ Academics, almost like a Say Cheese, where you guys like more like media posts. You mean? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna get into my media bag for real, because I feel like my perspective and my take on certain stuff is more genuine. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm not really a big DJ Academics guy.
Right.
Because he's very messy. And
behind the scenes.
I don't mind getting a little dirty, but he gets very dirty. And he asks the questions a lot of people don't want to ask. That's what I can respect about him. Because he's not scared to be like, so who you killed? Or who you had, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, I can respect that about him, because he's not scared to ask any question. And that's how I had to learn how to be, because that's how you get the views. That's how you get the clicks that you want.
Right.
In a sense. So yeah, those are the platforms that I tap in, because I've been watching him a little bit. But there's a lot of other people that I watch as well. I'm more on the self-development too, like the ETs and the Dave Ramsey's and stuff like that. So
yeah, I've been checking out a lot of Tippy Toe. You know, Tippy Toe got a little podcast.
I'll be watching him. I watch his little clips. I follow him and stuff, but I ain't really tapped in how I'm supposed to.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Tippy Toe really made me want to start. I don't know what it was though. It was really started with the Coley P interview, one of his one of the really interviews he really ever did though. I ain't gonna lie, they were speaking in code, but I kind of understood.
Everybody understands, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that was one of their biggest. Shout out to Tippy Toe, that was the biggest interview with Coley P. I like that. That was my favorite interview by bro. But but locally, no other podcasts. You don't think? What about locally though? Anybody you stick out to? Besides, when you say Intervision though.
Nobody really been doing nothing except for Intervision.
Intervision
Intervision me. It's not really.
Report a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I ain't really. Ain't no really other platform really. That's why I said I gotta get back into that mode again, because I gotta really put on for the city.
So what you was in BYN Rick was doing?
Me and BYN, that's my nigga. Shout out to him. Damn, you man.
Yeah, we went to school with Rick. Yeah,
shout out to BYN Rick. That's story time about BYN. BYN was an artist that I caught on too late. Because I'm the type of person, once I'm tapped in with an artist, I'm listening to their shit only. I ain't trying to get into other lanes or other niggas. It's just the niggas that I'm tapped in with, that's it. And he was close with ABC Smoke. ABC Smoke kept telling me about him, and I was like, But then, this is what I always tell artists, and this is what I always tell people. You always gotta have something for people to be like, oh, now I gotta tap in. So I asked him about SOB. I'm like, man, come do the last SOB with me. Come rock out. And then he dropped that There He Go. And I'm like, yeah. And then I heard Accusations. And the funny thing about this, me and him always joke about this. Before I interviewed him, I didn't know none of his songs.
Right.
So me and my stepdad was on the way to shoot the interview. And I'm like, let me put on some of his songs, because I'm the type of person I can go off top with an interview. Just so I can scroll through your page. I'm giving you some sauce, because I don't really tell people how I do my shit a little bit. Right. But I can go through your page, I can scan, tap in a little bit, and I can get a picture of how I want to go about the interview. So I went through, I was like, okay, I already went through his page, I already know this, that, and the third. And we listened to his music, I'm like, yeah, this nigga kind of tough. And then I heard Accusations, and I'm like, oh, this nigga got some. And then I was like, yeah, bro, come rock out with me. And then he got into some little shit, and then he came, and then we did a little open mic. He rocked out, and then he came to the show, did his thing. And you know, one thing about that nigga gonna pull up beat. So he put up with all his people came, and it's just a vibe, bro. Me and BYN, that's somebody I could talk to for a couple hours on the phone. We just talking about business, music, everything, just personal, you know.
Yeah, shout out to BYN Rick, bro. I had to mention him. I went to school, bro. I went to school with him. We didn't know each other, but I always knew of him. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to BYN Rick now, man.
Yeah, that's what lit.
So who you got coming up next though? You thinking about?
As far as what?
As far as who you interviewing next, or what you plans of doing?
So what I got coming next, I got a series called the Golf Summit. I went down to Atlanta. I haven't dropped it yet because I was giving time for my other interviews to kind of get some more numbers. But I got a series. I went to this Golf Summit in Atlanta. It was called I forgot what it was called. Forgive me. But I had interviewed a bunch of NFL Hall of Famers. I talked to Ed Reed. I interviewed this guy. He played next to Ray Lewis. They all played for the Ravens. And it was a good experience because them people actually was tapped in for real. They watched my platform. They knew what I had going on, and they showed love for real. I got a lot of love out there. So shout out to them. Them interviews should be dropping either today or this week. I'm going to get to the work and have those done before I get on the plane tonight. What I got coming, I want to get more, I want to be in wide range, so I'm going to have females co-hosts coming soon. I got a platform where niggas can come freestyle. I'm working on that. I got my backdrop finally. I got everything. The backdrop was expensive as shit. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I spent $400 on that shit, but we ain't gonna talk about it. And we will be starting to put money down. So, charging niggas. I wanted to speak on this heavy because people don't understand when it comes to this content, stuff is very expensive. All my interviews, majority of my interviews been free. I ain't charging nothing. But now I got stuff that I'm adding to the platform that is gonna cost you.
Right.
The reason being because gas, time, editing, I'm posting 15 clips. The software I use costs money. The software I use to edit the videos costs money. Promotion. The studio costs money. Everything costs money. And I always felt like, you know, for the love of the game, I always like, it'll pay me eventually. But now it's like, I'm at a point where it's like now, cause I don't use the money, all the money I'm gonna get is to fund, because like I said, I pay to be aired on the radio every month. I mean, every week I pay to be aired on the radio, so your episode will potentially be in front of millions of people. You got Soul Cali Radio and the Blog 105. I'm sponsored by them, so they're another platform that I have that I'm gonna be pushing a lot. So you're definitely getting a nice package deal with me, and I push all my videos. So it's not like you sit down with me, I post a video and I don't do nothing with it. No. You're gonna be on blogs. You're gonna be mentioned when I do stuff, and wherever I go. One thing people don't realize. This is another thing people don't realize. When you get on somebody's platform and you pay them, I'm gonna use the money for the right reasons. The reason why I say that is because I'm gonna pay the next big guy to come on my platform, sit down. Now, that person that I might have, like say for instance, let me throw a number, like a Lil Shimmy. I sit down with a Lil Shimmy, I pay him like $5 grand. He sit down with me. Now, the people who come and look at Lil Shimmy gonna come and look at all the stuff I did back then. So now you're gonna get touched just off the simple fact of the matter is I'm sitting next to this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, man, that's just where we're going. We're going strictly business. Because now I done invested a lot of money, and I got another marketing agency I'm gonna start working with, and they're gonna be pushing my brand as well. So
I definitely understand that, bro. You definitely at a point where you have to charge. Well, not have to, but I guess, but like you're at that point where you can. I mean, what's your subscribers at? Like 30?
4,000.
4,000? Man, I'm tripping. I thought it was up there crazy, but the numbers going crazy on YouTube.
We almost at 2 million.
2 million total views ever.
Yeah,
watched?
total views. Yeah.
2 million on YouTube. Instagram, I think you're doing crazy numbers on Instagram too.
Yeah, that my Instagram is. I ain't gonna lie. My Instagram is kind of crazy, cause I could post like crazy. I could post clips. Nothing will happen. I come back 5 days later. I'm getting 100 likes here, 100 likes there. People I don't even know, fam. They're tapping in, following me, showing love, giving me words of wisdom. Keep going. You pushing me. This, that, and the third. And it's good to see, bro. For real.
And some Jack Boy said something like that. He said something like that about be strangers. Be like, you get more support from strangers than the closest people. But It just seems that way. I mean, I'll never be ungrateful. I mean, if I get 10, for right now, what the level I'm at, bro, I'm grateful for anything. You know what I'm saying? If a video hit 100 views on YouTube, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for everything. You know what I'm saying? 2 reposts, 3 reposts. I'm fine with that because that's just the level I'm on. But I know you definitely on a different level, definitely more creative. See more of me. I'm doing more local rappers. That's all I've been doing. But you're doing actors. You're doing real musicians and stuff like that, though. So like global artists as well. So definitely a big shout out to Nate, though. Man.
I've been around the way for real. I've been around the way. There's some interviews that I was supposed to get. If I would have got those would have put me in rooms I would never believe. It's just timing, scheduling, money. It's just a lot of things that play a factor in trying to get this thing going. Cause I was thinking, cause a lot of people been watching Casanet. Don't get me wrong, I ain't watched none of the streams. I only watch the clips. I'm not a big streamer type of person. I don't watch streams. I'm a YouTube guy. But he really inspired me to get in my bag for real.
Casanet.
Yeah, Casanet really inspired me to get in my bag because it's just like just watching what he did and how humble he is, like, and the people that he brought on there. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When you was growing up, you had to be watching Cartoon Network. You had to be watching Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, all that shit. So when he brought Miranda Cosgrove on the stream, the way he was acting when he seen her, that's how I would have been acting.
He brought a lot of nostalgia back.
Yeah, like
for our timing.
Exactly.
We do a little everything though. That's the thing about Casanet.
So when I see him bring Good Luck Charlie, nigga, I was watching that shit growing up.
I didn't know he brought the Good Luck Charlie.
Yeah, he brought the cast. He brought the little baby. He brought her when she's older now. Like
what?
Yeah, so shit like that. And we brought Kyrie Irving and the Jabberwocky. Like we growing up, we seen the Jabberwocky. Like damn, now he bringing them back. It's just like damn, like
John Cena.
John Cena is like people in art. And don't get it twisted, I'm gonna tell y'all something. At the end of this month, they're coming here to Orlando. So I'm gonna go watch the live action for the first time in my life. Even though I don't know none of the wrestlers, hopefully I'm pressing. Me and my little brother
Wait,
gonna
when
go.
that happened?
December 28th.
Are you already locked in?
I'm finna buy my ticket. Because the ticket only 30 bones. So I'm pay 60 for me and my brother to go.
I might hit that dude. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, so I gotta go see wrestling live action. There's a lot of stuff that I wanna go experience now that I'm adult. Cause I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of people passing away, man. Like we lost Rich Homie Quan this year. We lost Takeoff a couple years ago. It's just, and like damn, Rich Homie Quan came down here multiple times. I'm like, I'm tired. I don't want to spend the money. And it's like now he going. Now I'm never gonna get to see him more Amigos. I ain't never get to see them live. They came here as well. Now I missed out on that opportunity. So now that's why I'm going to Rolling Loud every year to catch some of the artists because I want to see Future live in concert. So I can be like, I experienced that. Kendrick Lamar gonna be in Seattle. I'm gonna take a flight to go to Seattle and see Kendrick because I want to experience those things instead of being like, oh, I don't got the money. I don't want to spend the money. I don't want to miss work, stuff like that. So I want to definitely experience and tap in.
Yeah, bro. Nate, you got the mindset to go global, bro.
Definitely.
Man, there's so much more I could talk about, brother. I want to keep go into your studio, see like your whole setup.
Definitely.
Maybe on another video, you know what I'm saying? But man, shout out to Nate though, man. He
For sure.
pulled up on me, man.
Definitely.
Real spill, bro. Real Z's, you know what I'm saying? So, bro, anything you want to add before we head out?
I want to say this to the people: drink water, stay in the gym, save your money. Don't let people stop you from what you want to do. It might sound cliche, but I used to let a lot of people cloud my brain. Now I'm going whatever I feel is right for me. So go what you feel is right and what you want to do. Don't let nobody cloud your judgment. And stay healthy, y'all, because like I said, a lot of people are passing away. A lot of people are going through mental health issues. A lot of people ain't saving their money, so they can't be able to do the stuff they need to do. Just think about those things before you decide to jump into a content creator field or anything you want to do. You got to put in the time. You got to put in the effort. You got to put in the work, because nobody's going to do it for you. I'm gonna leave y'all one more thing, and I'm gonna shut my mouth. I could talk all day. Another thing, B More told me. Shout out to her again, because she has great analogies. People, you could tell people, I want to build a house, and they're gonna be like, yeah, bro, go build that big. You could set the foundation, you could put up the walls, you could put everything up, and they'll walk past that house and be like, yeah, you doing your thing, da 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 da. But they'll never come in and lift a finger to help you do those things. And then when you finally get the house how you want it, it's 2-story, it's nice, you got the pool in the back, you got everything on. They gonna be like, I was there the whole time you was doing that bit. In all actuality, it wasn't. So keep that in mind as you're going through your journey, whatever you want to do, whether it's sports, content creation, going to school, or whatever. Just keep that in mind, man. But Nate the World Thinker Podcast, Stories Behind the Craft, y'all tap in.
Yes, sir.
And tap in with Nate, man. This is your Geyser, man. This is Geyser Outlet, man. Man, I appreciate Nate one more time to coming through, man. A lot of knowledge he spit today, man. Real spill though, man. Shout out to Nate. This is your Geyser. Geyser Outlet. Out.